10 facts about our planet you can't learn in school. We believe we know so much about our planet that nothing could possibly surprise us at this point. But are you willing to learn these 10 facts about our own planet Earth? You may be aware that planet Earth is also known as the blue planet. But did you also know that scientists claim Earth was once a different color? Or even that the Moon was not the only satellite of the Earth? Let's learn more about our home planet from this video that brings to you 10 Earth facts that will amaze you. 1. The Moon is most likely a chunk of the Earth. Before the arrival of Earth's cosmic companion, scientists believed the Earth was alone in its orbit around the Sun. But a massive space rock called Theia, which was about the size of Mars, actually collided with our planet about 4 billion years ago, when the Earth was still very new. As a result, a huge chunk of the Earth broke away and later became our satellite, the Moon. 2. Earth had and still might have more than one moon. Some scientists believe that our planet used to have an additional satellite. According to their research, a smaller celestial body about 750 miles wide orbited Earth like a second moon. It most likely may have crashed into our main satellite later on. Such a collision could explain why the two sides of the Moon look so different from each other, one being heavily cratered and rough. Scientists also don't rule out the probability that one day, Earth will get another satellite. Even today, there are tons of celestial bodies that follow the planet. They are mostly temporary companions though, but scientists say that the gravitational field of our planet occasionally captures even quite big asteroids that spin around the Earth for several months or about 3 rotations. After that, they move on in their journey across the expanses of the cosmos. Kind of like hitchhikers. 3. The magnetic field of the Earth is changing. The magnetic field of the Earth is very strong. This is possible because of 2 important factors: its nickel iron core and a pretty fast axial rotation. Earth's magnetic field is critical because it shields the planet from the effects of solar winds. The magnetic field of our planet is something we think of as constant and stable. However, the truth is that it is continually shifting. According to researchers, the northern magnetic pole has moved 685 miles northwest across the Canadian Arctic since the 19th century. The magnetic pole in the south is also constantly moving. In 1831, James Ross, a British naval officer and explorer, discovered the northern magnetic pole for the first time. He discovered it during an exhausting voyage to the Arctic, where his ship became stuck in the ice and the crew was forced to spend 4 years there. Perhaps that is why no one returned to that location until the next century. Roald Amundsen, a Norwegian polar explorer, returned to the North Magnetic Pole in 1904 and was surprised to find that it had shifted 31 miles since Ross' discovery. 4. Earth used to be purple. Dr. Shildas Arma, a microbial geneticist from the University of Maryland, hypothesizes, which is a scientific word for guesses, that our planet was once purple. He thinks that ancient microbes probably didn't use chlorophyll but other molecules to process sunlight. These molecules most likely would have given a violet color to the microbes, turning the entire planet purple. 5. Gravity is not the same everywhere on the planet. Despite popular belief, the Earth is not a perfectly round sphere. It resembles a squashed sphere. As a result, its mass is irregular and varies in different places. This causes wobbles of gravity in various parts of the planet. One of these gravitational anomalies can be found in Hudson Bay, Canada, where gravity is significantly weaker than anywhere else on the planet. Melted glaciers, according to a 2007 study, are the cause of such a phenomenon. Once upon a time, that area was covered with a thick layer of ice. When the ice melted, the glacier's imprint was partially pushed aside. The slight deformation of the crust, which accounts for some of the Earth's mass in that region, can also explain the 25 to 45% weaker gravity there. In terms of the rest, it could be linked to the movement of magma in the planet's mantle. At least, that's what scientists predicted in a research journal. 6. There are moonquakes on the Moon. Just like earthquakes on Earth, there are moonquakes on the Moon, and these aren't something from science fiction. They actually happen. They don't occur as often as those on Earth, but they are much deeper and closer to the center of our satellite, about halfway between the surface and the core. Scientists believe this phenomenon has something to do with the gravitational force between the Earth and the Moon. 7. Our planet is covered in gold. About 20 million tons of gold can be found inside our very own planet and in the seas. If all these precious metals could be extracted, it would be enough to cover the entire surface of the planet in a 2-foot layer of gold, and if we give everyone an equal piece, each one of Earth's inhabitants will get 9 pounds of this treasure. 8. The tallest mountain on the planet isn't what you think it is. This may seem shocking, but the title of the tallest mountain in the world might have been stolen from Mount Everest. No doubt, this enormous mountain reaches 29,029 feet above sea level, and there's no other mountain on Earth that stands so tall. But there is Mauna Kea, a mountain in Hawaii. It stands proud with its peak just about 13,802 feet above sea level. But the thing here is, the largest part of this over 1 million years old mountain is underwater, and if measured from the bottom of the ocean to the peak, Mauna Kea is 33,000 feet tall, making it technically the tallest mountain on the planet. By the way, Hawaii is the second tallest island in the world. 9. Earth has exploding lakes. On the border of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, as well as in Cameroon, there are 3 deadly explosive lakes: Nyos, Monoun, Kivu, are crater lakes that are located over volcanic Earth. This means that magma lurking below the surface emits carbon dioxide into the waters of the lake. This carbon dioxide builds up in a thick layer at the bottom of the lakes until pressure gives way and it's released in an explosion. Now, it doesn't happen often, but if anyone is unlucky enough to be passing by at that moment, they'll be asphyxiated with the gas. So it's really a farting lake that could kill you if you get too close. 10. Earth is home to the most powerful volcanic eruption ever. The most powerful eruption ever recorded happened in April 1815. The heart of the explosion is Mount Tambora in Indonesia. This eruption was ranked a 7 or super colossal on the Volcanic Explosivity Index. This ranking is similar to the Richter scale for earthquakes and goes from 1 to 8. The 1815 explosion was so loud that even people on Sumatra Island could hear it. And that's about 12,000 miles away. Over 71,000 people died in this catastrophic disaster, and dark clouds of wet ash covered the distant islands. Which of the earthly facts shocked you the most? Perhaps you know some earthly facts we haven't mentioned. Please let us know in the comments section below. Share this video with all your friends who are hungry for knowledge. And if you enjoyed watching this video, hit the like button now. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel also. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.